This is Charlie Stocker with HeyGardenGuy.com, and we're answering your questions. Right now we're in a session with raised bed gardening, and I had a phone call this past week. They have been following all of these raised bed garden videos. They said, you need to mention something about how you keep the voles and the moles out. And I said, well, if you continue following these lessons, you'll see. But I'm going to say it right now. You can get stainless steel mesh wire that's very small, that nothing can get through, nor will it ever break down. And if you want to go, if you have a mole problem, you have a vole problem, you can control it in your raised beds. And all you have to do is, as you are constructing your raised bed, put that steel mesh wire underneath and then fold it up and nail it or screw it all the way around your raised beds, and there is no way those moles or voles can get into your raised bed. So back to the farm. After you have gotten the sod up, as we talked about the last video, the sod up, you've gotten rid of the Bermuda grass, some places that you don't want to put your raised bed. You don't want to put them near trees where you affect the roots and possibly compress the roots and take the good growing environment away from the trees. In addition, those roots will creep up into your raised bed. So the rule of thumb is stay away from trees because they reduce the sunlight and they create problems underneath the ground that maybe you don't want to deal with at a later time. There are those people who put raised bed gardens over concrete. And folks, there is nothing wrong with that at all, as long as you have drainage. And with the recipe I'm going to give you, you should always have drainage with your raised beds. Going over concrete or even gravel, as long as it's not in a low place, you should have no problem. There's one thing I forgot to mention in terms of where you put your raised beds, and it has to do with not putting it in a low area where the water could wick up and create a problem from that standpoint. So just know that there are considerations for the placement of your raised beds that you need to consider. What are the materials you use? Well, the best materials are probably the most expensive, and they're untreated. You have your cypress, your oak, your black locust. They can be expensive and they last a long time, but you need to get prices and make all those decisions yourself. And it should be raw wood. If you want to treat them, you can treat them with linseed oil, but make sure it's raw linseed oil, because if you get finished linseed oil, it has chemicals in it that you may not want to introduce to your raised bed garden. Another one you can use, which is a lot less expensive, is untreated pine. But again, it doesn't last as long as your cedar, as your cypress, as your oak, your black locust, etc. Treated wood. You see a lot of treated wood that you can purchase from your box stores, your Lowe's and Home Depot, and you just want to make sure you look on the label and it doesn't say CCA. And I don't even know if they can sell it anymore, but CCA, the A in that stands for arsenic. And arsenic can be drawn into your raised bed garden, so make sure it doesn't say CCA, but ACQ. And that the arsenic has been replaced with copper in the C portion, and that is inert to the plant. So there's no problem with that. Just make sure, if you're using the treated lumber, that you know what I'm talking about, that you go with the label that says ACQ. That's all the time we have for today. We're going to talk about more of materials that you can use for your raised bed gardening. I hope you're enjoying this series. This is Charlie Stocker with HeyGardenGuy.com. Have a great day.